So Trump's World Liberty Finance just purchased a whole ton of SAY recently. Does that mean we should be buying SAY as well? I mean, some of us already have SAY in our portfolios, but should we be adding to our position? That is a question, and that is a question that I'm going to be answering a little bit later on in this video. But you guys need to remember, nothing in this video is financial advice. I can always be wrong or be lying, so make sure you do your own research. To kick things off, I want to start off with this. For those of you who don't know, SAY and SWI is a very popular coin. I'm sure all of you know what SWI is, but SWI is a very popular coin in the crypto space, and it's been very popular for the last few months. We've made some pretty nice gains off of this one, but the two of them, SWI and SAY, used to follow each other very closely in the top 100 on CoinMarketCap. It'll be like SAY will be at spot number 60 and SWI will be at spot number 59, or the other way around, right? It was just it was very tight at one point for a very long period of time, and then all of a sudden SWI exploded, and now there's a massive gap between the two because SWI is sitting at spot number 13 and SAY is sitting at spot number 65. Personally, I do think that that gap is way too large and that gap needs to be filled. And I believe that SAY is going to creep up on SWI and that gap is going to get very, very small. And when you check out the market cap difference between the two, we've got SWI sitting at spot number, or SWI sitting at a $10.55 billion market cap. We got SAY sitting at a $1.31 billion market cap. Once this thing decides to explode, you could expect at least minimum, by the time the bull run is over, at minimum a 10x on your investment. But again, I can always be wrong. That's what I think is going to happen. Now, if we get into the news here, we can see that Donald Trump's World Liberty Finance purchased $125,000 in SAY. World Liberty Finance withdrew 10 million USDC from Coinbase to buy, their own tokens, and then they spent 125,000 USDC to purchase 547,990 SAY at an average price of 0.228. And if we take a look at the charts, we can clearly see that SAY has been moving up ever since, because SAY is sitting over 28 cents. And personally, I think that if you're looking to get into SAY, anything in the 20-cent range is a steal of a opportunity, because you're trying to buy these things as low as possible. The name of the game is buy low, sell high, and SAY is low. It crashed completely. Let's take a closer look at the chart so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So this thing came all the way down. It wiped out all of its gains, right? So this thing is sitting at its lows all the way back in August 2024. That's how low SAY went. But what you can see is this is a clear indication of where the absolute bottom is for this project. The bottom is right here, right at 20 cents. So if you bought the dip on SAY at 20 cents, you are definitely golden right now. You're not up 50% just as of yet, but that being said, you're still up a pretty decent amount because it was pretty obvious where the bottom is. Now, if you guys have been following me for quite some time, I did tell you guys that there are two areas where you need to be looking out for on the charts. You need to pay attention to September lows of 2024, and you need to be paying attention to August lows of 2024. And if you were paying attention to those lows, then you would have scooped up an amazing opportunity here on SAY. That being said, I still believe that if you were to buy SAY at the price where it's at right now at 28 cents, that is still a great opportunity, because I do think it's going to retest the area of previous resistance area all the way up here around 34 to 35 cents. I definitely think that is going to happen. So if you wanted to just make a quick swing trade, that'll be a nice return on your investment. Of course, it depends on how much you actually put into here. But SAY is one of those coins where it's kind of like you have to have it in your portfolio. You don't necessarily have to have a crazy amount of it, but it's one of those coins that I do expect to make some pretty sizable returns this bull run, right? So this is why I personally hold SAY, and I'm going to be holding the amount of SAY that I have for a very long time, at least for the remainder of this bull cycle, because I expect some pretty nice returns on my investment. All right. Now, if we take a look at the indicator here, what we notice is we do have a couple sell zones that was fired, and it is still in this bearish momentum, which was fired at the beginning of February. But I do think that once it crosses over that about 34 cents area, we're going to see just some remarkable things, and this is going to quickly flip into a bullish momentum, and then it's just up from there. Just my own personal opinion, obviously. Right now, if you are interested in this indicator, the link is going to be down below. It's called Trade Assist. Lets you know when there's a bullish and bearish momentum happening and when's a good time to buy and sell crypto, especially if you are looking to swing trade some of these coins. And by the way, if you're also looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. 10% bonus on first time deposits, extra bonuses up to $10,000, no VPN, no KYC. The link for that will also be in my description down below. Now, for any of you that is unfamiliar with SAY, which I pretty sure most of you should be familiar with SAY at this point because it's a pretty popular coin in all of crypto. SAY is a layer 1 blockchain. You can actually come over to CoinMarketCap and just read a little bit about it. I have made SAY videos in the past, so I'm not going to really get into what SAY actually does, but I do think that L1s, a lot of the L1s are going to have a massive rally, and I think that SAY is one of those coins that's going to have a massive rally as well. We're going to have to see how this thing actually plays out. But in terms of whether or not you should be buying SAY right now or adding to your position, I think that it is a great opportunity to make those life-changing gains in the future if that's what you really want, because we want to buy these coins after they've been completely devastated, and SAY has been devastated for a very long period of time. I mean, this thing at its all-time highs, I believe, was something like 120 or something along the lines of that. I made good gains off of SAY in the past, took out some profits and all that type of stuff. But right now, looking at where the price is at, is just like, how can you actually continue to ignore this project knowing that it is a big name in the space? And I'm sure a lot of people are expecting some pretty great things from SAY this bull cycle. But once again, you got to do your own research. But that's all I have. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have down below. And until next time, take care.